welcome to Barham English 99 channel. Today we're diving into a real head scratcher. If you've ever looked at the English letter U and just felt completely lost, believe me, you are in very good company. It's probably one of the most unpredictable, most confusing letters in the entire alphabet. And today, we are going to crack the case. I mean, this quote from Imelda just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling of frustration. It really does feel like the letter U was specifically designed to make absolutely no sense. One minute it sounds one way, and the next it's something totally different. Okay, so let's look at the classic example. This is the one that drives English learners crazy. B-U-T is but. So why in the world isn't P-U-T pronounced put? How can one little letter, just one, change its sound so much? This one pair of words right here shows you why English spelling can sometimes feel less like a set of rules and more like, I don't know, a list of random suggestions. And oh, it gets so much deeper. Get ready for this. Some linguistic studies have found at least 16 different ways to pronounce the letter U. 16. And you know what? There are probably even more. It is absolutely no wonder this letter is so confusing. So let's start our investigation. All right, to get started, we're going to focus on the two sounds you'll see most of the time. You can think of these as the main culprits, the top suspects in our little linguistic mystery. If you can get these two down, you'll be able to handle a huge number of English words. First up, we've got the sound. You know, it's that short, kind of relaxed sound you hear in words like sun or cup. See a pattern here? It's super common in short words, a lot of times with just 3 letters, like fun, run, and our old friend but. This is definitely one of the most common sounds for the letter U. And here is its tricky twin, the oo sound. This is the sound from our big problem word, put. It's that same sound you hear in foot or book. Now, it's not as common as the sound, but it shows up in some really important words like push, pull, and even sugar. You're hearing us from Barham English Channel, and we're breaking it all down. Now, this is where any idea of a simple spelling rule just completely falls apart. Just look at these pairs. Dull and skill both use that sound, but pull and full, which look almost identical, use the oo sound. And the same thing happens with puddle and pudding. There is just no easy trick here. So moving on from those short sounds, we also have what we call the long U. But of course, to make things more complicated, the long U itself actually splits into 2 different sounds. First, there's the U sound, which, fun fact, is how we actually say the letter U in the alphabet. You hear it in words like music and human. And then there's the simpler oo or oo sound, like you hear in blue or flute. So, is there any kind of shortcut? Well, sorta. This U consonant E pattern is a pretty good clue that you're looking at that long U sound. Think cute, mute, huge. It's a useful guide for sure, but you gotta be careful. English absolutely loves its exceptions. Just look at the word minute, which doesn't follow that rule at all. Okay, brace yourselves, because things are about to get even weirder. We've looked at the main sounds, but now we're entering the bizarre world of the chameleon U. This is when the letter U just decides to completely disguise itself and sound like a totally different letter. And this is really where the language shows its beautiful, delightful chaos. I mean, look at these disguises. The U in busy sounds exactly like the I in it. The U in berry sounds like the E in red. And in a word like question, it actually makes a W sound, a W sound. It really is a true master of disguise. So if a chameleon letter wasn't confusing enough, the letter U has one more trick up its sleeve. Sometimes it turns into a ghost. It's sitting right there in the spelling. You can see it, but you don't hear it at all. It's completely silent. A really common place to find this silent U is right after the letter G. In words like guest, guide, or guard, that U is not pronounced. Its only job is to tell you to say a hard G sound, like in go, and not a soft J sound, like in gem. So it's kind of like a silent little helper. You'll also see this ghost-like behavior at the end of words that end in G or K. Think about tongue, catalog, unique. That whole oo ending is totally silent. This is a direct echo from the past, a leftover piece of the deep French influence on the English language. You're hearing us from Baharam English Channel, where we explore these cool bits of history. And here is a fantastic little detail that comes directly from that silence. Because the UE in words like catalog and dialogue isn't pronounced anyway. American English just said, well, let's simplify the spelling, and dropped it. So both spellings are correct. They just show a different way of dealing with that silent letter combo. So after all this craziness, the chameleons, the ghosts, the frustrating pairs like but and put, what's the secret? How can you ever really know how to pronounce a word with a U in it? Well, there's one single 100% foolproof rule. And this is it. The ultimate rule is there are no reliable spelling rules. As the fantastic pronunciation coach Rachel puts it, you just can't guess from the letters. The only way to be totally sure is to listen to how it's said or to look up the phonetic spelling in a dictionary. That's the real secret. It's about listening, not just looking. So in the end, this humble letter U is so much more than just a headache for learners. It's like a tiny window that lets you see the entire history of the English language. A story full of borrowed words, sounds that have changed over centuries, and these little ghost-like bits of the past. It's an amazing reminder that language isn't just a set of rules to memorize in a book. It's a living, breathing thing that is constantly changing right in front of us. Thank you for being with us until the end of this video. Please be sure to subscribe to the Baharam English 99 channel and give us energy with your likes and comments. Share your comments with us and send the video to your loved ones so that others can also use it.